What is happening, everyone? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, as an aside, can I tell you, right before I pressed the play button, I was just like thinking of old shows. I don't know why, but like Béla, Fleck and the Flecktones and the track name Bill Mon, it was just making me think for some reason of like old nostalgia TV shows or cartoons rather that I used to watch. And do you guys remember, was it Top Cat? Top Cat! Do you guys remember Top Cat? I don't know what in the heck made me think about this show looking at the album or looking at the song title, but man, I forgot about Top Cat. Man. Okay. Today we're listening. I'm so sorry. Today we're listening to Bill Mon by Béla, Fleck and the Flecktones off of their album Little Worlds, released in 2003. This is their 10th studio album. We're listening to this track because it was suggested and sponsored by Ayumu. Ayumu, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you for the suggestion. Keep your shoes on your feet. You know what I mean. Listen, we've listened to a little Béla and the Flecktones. It's been a good time, and it's time to have another good time. So let's go ahead and dive on into the track. We'll discuss it a little bit after. Top Cat. No one talks about Top Cat anymore. Sorry. That even sounds like a cat. It's kind of a dancehall reggae bass line. A little more emphatic. This is a nicely paced track, just like that. With the snare on the end is really cool too. I love how that moved into that march. Play loose. Fast. There's a lot to love in this track. That's almost like a kind of Celtic a little bit. Isn't it like that run? Like an Irish jig. Kind of hits a river dance kind of sound. It really is. Okay, I'm not exaggerating. First of all, I think that's the best Béla Fleck and the Flecktones track that I've heard so far. I haven't heard a ton, but I think this one is the best one. There is so much happening in this track that it is impossible for me to even begin to describe everything that was happening and to, for lack of a better word, gush over it all. There's a lot happening, a lot of good, so much good. It's right on the edge of me adding this onto a playlist. It's right on the edge for me. But I would have to give it a second look, or a second listen, rather. Okay. This is also the first track on the album. This is so brilliantly performed and just so excellently played. First of all, I think that this is gonna sound weird, okay? But bear with me. You know how I just said it's like right on the edge of me putting it on a playlist? Okay, I do think that this song is a 5 out of 5. I think that this is a perfect track. I think that this is perfectly executed. It's wonderfully technical. It has amazing feel to it. It hits all the right notes. It sounds like it does something different. It's progressive. It's artistic. It's melodic. It's catchy in its own way with the ba 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 da 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 ba 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 da ba da da da. Like it hits all the right notes. The question is, I just don't know which playlist to put it on. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it like this. I'm gonna have to go through this track little by little again. I feel I don't even, this is weird. It's almost like the track's leaving me speechless, but it's not that I'm speechless. It's just I have a lot to say, but it's so well executed. Let me talk in broad strokes first. The beginning ambience. You have kind of a dance hall reggae almost vibe play by Wooten that is really interesting and really cool how it's performed because it's not played as simply. It's a little bit more emphatic the way he plays it, but yeah, he still brings it with subtlety. He still keeps it contained and restricted. Still keeps that power like held back in the cage before we let it loose a little bit later on. But as that's going on, then the rhythm of it track, right? I love how that snare doesn't come in until the very, very last measure of the opening. I like how they just kind of pace this particular train track. They pace the steam engine at this part, and then the melody that comes in is so catchy. It flitters from this way to this way. It's like a little hummingbird that's just seeking a flower, and eventually another hummingbird joins that hummingbird. Like that's what this is to me. That's what this is. It's like this, like a nocturnal hummingbird, if that even makes sense. Like it almost has a cat sound, to be honest, that kind of wailing. And you heard the snare popping at the very end, right? But then eventually other instruments begin to pop on with that. There's that melody. Pop, pop. That is so crisp. The guitar swinging on in right there. It just moves, man, in such a cool way. And I like how they build upon that. Then, move a little past that. Here. Back up. This little riff. This. You know what's cool that I just caught on a second listen? That little riff is kind of a foreshadowing of the major solo that would happen on the back half that I said while it was going on. It seemed like it moved into like a river dance kind of Irish jig moment at that point. It sounded like something that would typically be played on like the fiddle or a violin. But he's playing it on, well, maybe it's banjo at that point. This was just, not that. This whole section right after and everything too. It's just really interesting how they plant certain seeds and they revisit those seeds later on to see that they've become flowers. And we're allowed to watch and listen to them bloom. And they expand on those ideas really, really wonderfully. It's just such a cool mix of ambience in this track, but not heavy, but hard-hitting moments as well of kind of like a jazz fusion-esque kind of sound. But I love that little fill and how it's referenced there. But was that kind of cool? I mean, unless I'm mistaken, it was kind of cool how they kind of went into like a little Irish jig there at the end. Then this. It's like they took that opening section and have you guys ever heard of Paul Stretch? It's like I don't know what you would consider. It's an audio editor or a program, and you can put music into it, and it stretches the music so it's slowed down, but like to an ambient kind of degree. It sounds like maybe not so far, but they kind of stretched the beginning section when they hit here because even the moan is kind of stretched out there. The sounds, the ambience, you get the keys that eventually work their way up in there. Like it's just so fantastic, and then it gets right back down. You hear that bass is just going off right there. All right, here's your river dance. Like this song this track just has, I feel like it has everything. There's nothing that it lacks. Exciting moments, you got it. Ambient and relaxing moments, you got it. It has something for everyone, and the way that it ends. Actually, even before this. As they're wrapping it up, it's just so like, there's just something about this track. I think that is a masterclass. I couldn't tell you what it was, but I think that it's a master track or a master class. Okay, let's look at the Wikipedia because it does have an article for this particular track, which when I open it up, Pulls me up to an article of Bill Monroe, which I guess Bill Mon. I guess that makes sense. That I'm assuming that this track is in honor of him. He was an American mandolinist, there you go, singer and songwriter who created the bluegrass music genre. For this reason, he's often called the father of bluegrass. Okay, so question, he's credited in this track. Is it like writing credits just because they're honoring him? Or, well, he died in 96, and this album came out, what, 2004, I said? 2003? Okay, so never mind. So they're definitely honoring him in this track. Noticeably, of course, would be Béla Fleck on the banjo, since makes sense. They're both, or mandolin. I guess he's a player there. Close enough. But so I guess they're just paying homage to him in this track. Now, can I tell you some of the melodies? Let me pull you back here real quick. This melody and this. Some of those melodies sounded familiar. Are they familiar to me because like Bill Monroe had played something, and so the band is capturing kind of like as an Easter egg in the music, like a melody that he's played, hence they're crediting him. They're crediting his music because they inserted little Easter eggs of his music into it. And maybe it's not something I know by name, but maybe it's something I know by ear. I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought of it, of course, in the comments down below. Ayumu, thank you so much once again for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the support as well. I really appreciate that. Let me know your thoughts down there. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.